Hi, it's Matt Yetter, Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. The address for inspecting today is 12045 Northwest Marshall Street, Portland, Oregon, 97229. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it is be noted that some of these sewer pipes made out of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspection must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made out of cast iron, ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. So we are in 4-inch cast iron piping. This is right underneath the south-facing bedroom window. And it is cast iron, so it's a 4-inch cast iron piping in the moist northwest soil all day long, every day. So I think right from the get-go, we would recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years. Keeping an eye on this, even if it passes inspection today. It is an older metal pipe in the northwest soil, like I said. So probably would be wise to monitor, and then of course consider this like a deferred cost item at some point. And I'll keep my fingers crossed it just keeps on going and going. But at some point, this will probably need to be updated or modernized into plastic piping. So here we go. And it looks like the direction of the sewer pipe runs just pretty much straight ahead at the street in front of the house. And again, so we are in 4-inch cast iron piping, and here we go. We're running some water from the kitchen sink to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. Pipe shows no recent signs of blockage or backup. And so typically where you see the most amount of wear is where the two sections of pipe come together. So you can see at the rings where the two sections of pipe fit together. It's typically where you see the beginning stages of wear, or the most amount of wear, I should say. That really wasn't too bad, honestly. So we're going to get even deeper here. We're diving straight down into the ground now. So we like the pitch in this pipe. Everything is just, it's like being thrown off the side of a hill, just fast as can be. Moving very quickly through this line. Still diving too. That's about a 10-foot dive. And then we're going to pull out of it here. So let's see how they did on the pull out. Usually it's they don't transition real well, and you have tendency to get a little bit of standing water. Let's see how they did. Looks like they did pretty good. So nice smooth transition out of the dive, and then we're going to transition into a much larger pipe here. So at 20 feet, this signifies a few things. It signifies transitioning pipe size. So we're going from a 4-inch cast iron into a much larger, looks like 6 to 8-inch concrete pipe. So cast iron into concrete. Also signifies, so the pipe size change, the material change, and then it also signifies transitioning into a branch off of the city lateral piping out there in the roadway. And even though we enter into city lateral piping here, technically all of this would be buyer owner responsibility throughout the entire length, start to finish. And really, it's nice. It's a kind of a no-nonsense sewer pipe. It's just straight as an arrow at the street in front of the house. The only direction that it does go is down. Very little twists or turns. typically this material, the concrete material, wears a little bit harder or faster than the cast iron, but everything that we've seen so far appears to be hanging on. There's maybe the most amount of deterioration that we've seen, and it usually means that we're getting ready to drop right in on top of the lateral. So 44 feet is the lateral. This is the large lateral running through the middle of the road out there. This is the pipe that the homes in the neighborhood, or at least the homes on the street, are tying into, and this would be the end officially of owner responsibility. So this is kind of the chute that drops into our lateral piping. Overall condition of the pipe appears to be in good working condition and passes inspection. So for older piping, looks like it's hanging on pretty well. But still, the recommendation stands. We would recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years. Just keeping an eye on things, just because it's an older metal and concrete pipe in the Northwest here. It is original to the property, so it's older, but it looks to be in decent shape still. So we'd recommend monitoring, and then of course repair or replace as needed. We're going to turn off the water. We're going to drain everything out. We're going to look at the pipe one more time in reverse, but unless I see something significantly different on the pullback, again, the overall condition of the pipe appears to be in working condition and passes inspection. I'm going to look at this area again later on when I don't have so much of a glare on the screen. It looks like just the contours of the pipe, but just to ensure that that's not in the upper right hand corner of the screen, there is at least a possibility that there could be a little bit of roots coming in the line there. So I'm going to look at this again later on and give a final judgment on this line.